Let's review. You've written your story or screenplay, you've gone on Agent Query or something like it to look up agents, and you find bummer. Lots of agents ask for a 3-page synopsis, a 2-page synopsis, or a 1-page synopsis. Almost all want a 1-paragraph plot or storyline description in your query letter. Some of them ask for the most mysterious thing of all, your story's logline. How can the world be so unfeeling? There you are, having sweated sawdust over 300 pages of invincible prose, and now you have to cram those beautiful, original characters and ideas into a few pages, a paragraph, or 2 sentences. Here's a reality check. Many good agents and editors say they can decide on the first page or the first paragraph whether they could market it, and you. But think about it. Suppose you get to be a fly on the wall when someone asks a writer, "So, what's your book about?" And the writer says, "Well, it's really great. A young girl who's the most beautiful in all the land dreams about a unicorn and later in the plot meets it in real life. Then she..." That is not what the writer's book is about. The first fact about a logline is that it's the most subtle piece of weaponized language you're ever likely to write. The logline makes it easy for a publisher to take an interest in your story and easy for them to sell it onward in the publishing chain. The logline is a description of your story's basic idea in 25 to 35 words. A logline is similar to a story's premise. It's the concise wording you need to say when people ask, "So, what's your book about?" A good logline includes or suggests these main elements: a conflict or problem, what makes your viewpoint character react, a compelling mental picture, a picture that promises more to come, a character in a challenging situation, the point or theme, an antagonist, who or which tries to foil your protagonist, a goal, what your protagonist hopes to achieve or defeat, and for bonus points as a writer, unexpected irony. Now we can start with a really simple logline and show how you would develop that into something more meaningful. Suppose we say, a rich guy wants to take over the world but someone stops him. Well, no sex appeal. So why don't we say, a rich guy wants to take over the world but a woman stops him. Extra points for sex. But there's no hook, there's no character arc, no sign of what her struggle is. Why is she uniquely able to stop him? How is he empowered to take over the world? What are the stakes? So here's a recipe to create a persuasive logline. Number 1, write a short basic logline. We've already done that. Number 2, write some punch phrases to describe a situation, a plot, and some character goals, like worldwide cyber war, a global superpower, freedom of the mind, a controlled society, the ultimate prize, an erotic online world, brain trust of the ultra-rich, hard luck trailer girl, a hidden puppet master, a shadow government, control of billions of people. Step 3, rearrange until satisfied. Build them on the spine of the simple logline you've already written. So, a rich guy wants to take over the world, but a woman stops him, becomes, for example, a man seeking to become the world's first trillionaire launches an erotic online world to enslave 1 billion people. His only obstacles are a hidden puppet master and the hard luck woman whom he cannot resist. So you have 3 simple steps. Write the simplest logline you can. Create a list of punch phrases. Plug your punch phrases into the simple logline until you're happy. Secret step 4. Make a few phone calls and try them on your friends. Here's some logline examples you're probably familiar with. When a sorority queen is dumped by her snooty boyfriend for being too blonde, she follows him to law school to win him back. She learns she has more legal smarts than she ever imagined and graduates as valedictorian of her Harvard class. You already know it's legally blonde. Thank you. An exiled leader conjures a storm to drive a king to his desert island so his daughter can marry back into the aristocracy. The Tempest, William Shakespeare. A businessman falls in love with a hooker he hires as his weekend date. Who can forget Pretty Woman? Two lovesick couples elope to the forest only to get caught in war between mischievous fairies who are intent on switching who loves whom. Midsummer Night's Dream. The immortal bard again. For added bonus points in the game of a writer's life, you might give yourself a 3-hour challenge. Write a logline for a story you've not yet written. Use the simple recipe we've just discussed. Try writing 10 of them. You might be awestruck with one of your story visions and energized to write the damn thing. And guess what? You'll already have your logline. So, what's your story about? I'm Lee Baldwin, author of speculative fiction and mystery. Thank you for spending some time in the world of intensely fictitious. I hope that in the fullness of time, we will meet again.